Alright folks, we're here in Austin, Texas today. It's another hot day in Texas. I think it's going to be about 104 today. Yesterday was 106. We're at the Texas State Cemetery, and I'm here to do one person in particular's grave. And little did I know that this place is absolutely full of pretty much anybody that has anything to do with the shaping of the face of Texas. Military, war heroes, governors, congressmen, senators, legislators. You want to come see a beautiful example of a graveyard cemetery? It doesn't get any better than this, folks. I've been to a bunch of them. I'm telling you right now, this place is as pristine and as manicured as any you're going to find. All right, so we're here in Austin, Texas, because I've always wanted to come to the grave of. Okay, let me say this: I'm in the presence of some of the greatest military people ever in this cemetery. Okay, as far as Texans. Okay, but everybody has their own personal person that they know more about or whatever it is. Well, Chris Kyle is mine, and I knew when I was coming through Texas. I'm actually going from San Antonio back up kind of northeast, and I'm going to another stop for the next video. And I saw Austin, Texas on the map, and I knew I had to come here. Chris Kyle, to me, is the epitome of what a lot of men strive to be. American patriot, father, brother, son. You know, so many men try to be big men. I don't know how to describe that without using too much slang, but they try to be, brave and honorable and boisterous. Chris exemplified all those words, okay? If you read about this guy and you really get to know him through the stories, you'll find out about Chris. He wasn't a poser. Chris was the real deal, okay? A true warrior. I've read a lot of his books, heard a lot of his stories. Chris was at home for several years of his life in the battlefield as a warrior. It took Chris, he had to condition himself to be a regular civilian, okay? Go read about him. You know, he had a hard time coming back and coming out of the war. He was so used to it and conditioned to it. And he loved being a teammate, a friend, a protector, an overseer. So when I first really heard of Chris, I was watching a TV show and he was doing an interview. Maybe like Good Morning America or something like that. I don't know, but it was a mainstream TV show. And he was telling the stories about everything, you know, and I remember him saying that he had a bounty on his head. I looked it up and it said it was $80,000. They had given him several different names because he was such a presence over there towards the enemy. The enemy had named him several things. Of course, he wore the Punisher logo on his the chest of his flak vest. But that was my first impression of Chris, and it stuck with me because, you know, it's one of those things when a guy starts talking all this stuff about what he's done, you kind of look at it and you're like, really? You know, so I looked him up. Dude's the real deal, okay? Anybody who worked with him, anybody who was on the Navy SEALs team with him, you read their books, read their stories, you know, and he exemplified exactly what he said. He was the real deal. Okay? So one last thing I want to say before we go over to the grave is through all my comments here, I've talked about how Chris, you know, was a man's man and all that. He often commented that he wasn't a special guy. He was just the normal, regular guy, and that he wasn't even the best sniper on his teams or anything. He was just middle of the pack. So in the middle of all of that, you know, macho man, there was a large slice of humble, you know. I'm going to leave the story right there. We're going to walk over to his grave now, and I'm going to do a little voiceover and give y'all some of his specifics. And we're going to wrap the video up.
Christopher Scott Kyle was born October the 8th, 1974 in Odessa, Texas, the eldest of two boys born to Deborah Lynn and Wayne Kenneth Kyle, a Sunday school teacher and deacon. His father bought Kyle his first rifle at the age of 8, a bolt-action .30-06 rifle, and later a shotgun with which they hunted deer, pheasant, and quail. Kyle and his brother grew up raising up to 150 head of cattle at a time. Kyle attended high school in Midlothian, Texas, and after graduating in 1992, became a professional bronco rider and ranch hand, However, his professional rodeo career ended abruptly when he severely injured his arm. He attended Tarleton State University for 2 years, studying ranch and range management. In 1998, Kyle visited a military recruiting office as he was interested in joining the U.S. Marine Corps Special Operations. A U.S. Navy recruiter convinced him instead to try for the Navy SEALs. He enlisted in the United States Navy on August 5, 1998, and went to basic training on February 10, 1999. He graduated from basic training at the Naval Station Great Lakes, Illinois in April of 1999. He attended additional training as an intelligence specialist at NMITC Dam Neck, Virginia from April to July of 1999 and NPC Millington, Tennessee from August 1999 to March 2000. Initially, Kyle was rejected because of the pins in his arm, but he eventually received an invitation to the 24-week basic underwater demolition SEAL Air, Land, and Training BUDS in NAB, Coronado, California. Kyle graduated with Class 233 in March 2001, followed by SEAL qualification training in NAB, Coronado from May to August 2001. Kyle was arguably one of the United States military's deadliest snipers in Iraq, with a large number of confirmed kills and unconfirmed kills. Kyle went on to say this: "The Navy credits me with more kills as a sniper than any other American service member, past or present. I guess that's true. They go back and forth on what the number is. One week it's 160, then it's way higher the next, then it's somewhere in between. If you want a number, ask the Navy. You may even get the truth if you catch them on the right day." Kyle left the U.S. Navy in 2009 and moved to Midlothian, Texas with his wife Taya and 2 children. He was the president of Craft International, a tactical training company for the U.S. military and law enforcement communities. In 2012, Kyle released his autobiography, American Sniper. American Sniper had a 37-week run on the New York Times bestseller list and brought Kyle national attention. On February 2, 2013, Kyle and his friend Chad Littlefield were shot and killed by Eddie Ray Routh at the Rough Creek Ranch Lodge Resort shooting range in Erath County, Texas. Both Kyle and Littlefield were armed with .45 caliber 1911 style pistols when they were killed, but neither gun had been unholstered or fired, and the safety catches were still on both weapons. Kyle was killed with a .45 caliber pistol, while Littlefield was shot with a 9mm 6-hour pistol. Both guns belonged to Kyle. Routh was a 25-year-old U.S. Marine Corps veteran from Lancaster, Texas. Kyle and Littlefield had reportedly taken Routh to the gun range in an effort to help him with PTSD. Routh had been in and out of mental hospitals for at least 2 years and had been diagnosed with schizophrenia. On the way to the shooting range, Kyle texted Littlefield, "This dude is straight up nuts." Littlefield responded, "Watch my 6." 4 months later, while he was in his jail cell, Routh shared with former Erath County Sheriff's Deputy Gene Cole, "I was just riding in the back seat of the truck and nobody would talk to me. They were just taking me to the range, so I shot them. I feel bad about it, but they wouldn't talk to me." Routh was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of parole. Routh is imprisoned at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Powledge Unit near Palestine, Texas. A memorial service was held for Kyle at Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas on February 11th, and he was buried on February 12th, 2013 at the Texas State Cemetery in Austin. After the funeral journeyed from Midlothian to Texas, more than 200 miles. Hundreds of people, many waving American flags, lined Interstate 35 to view the passing procession and pay their final respects to Kyle.
Alright folks, we're going to wrap the video up right here. Thanks to the lady here at the cemetery who came and gave me the map with all the information and everything. Huge help. She's a great asset to this cemetery. Prayers go out to Chris's family, 2 kids. There's not enough you can say. I say it over and over again. How much can you say? And anyhow, prayers go out to the family, Chris's everlasting soul. Hope the kids are able to grow up and find healing and all the things they need to get past this horrible tragedy. All of Chris's friends, everybody, prayers to y'all. And to the viewers of this, thanks for coming to watch the video. I really appreciate it. If y'all don't mind, go ahead and maybe like the video. If you're already here, maybe subscribe to my channel. I've got lots of good content. Just scroll through my page there and you'll see it. And lots more to come. And with that, we're going to end the video. Once again, thank y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next one.